y'all. It's Erin Melton. Great to have you back again. Excited about our new guest today, and that is Joel Holla. Am I saying it
Hollow.
correctly?
Hollow. It's
Hollow. See, I
hollow
should
without
have
the
asked
W.
before. Daggone it. I got
It's
it
hollow
wrong.
without the W, and I literally have credit cards to this day that I have argued with them, and they still have a W on the end of my credit card. I'm like, then I'm just gonna stop paying on it.
So, hollow.
Hollow. Yep.
Hollow. This makes me think of when Bryant and I lived in the Netherlands. All the Dutch people would come, all the lovely Dutch neighbors would come by, and we had a bunch of tall trees, and it
Yeah.
was all fenced in the backyard, but there was one like little hole in the trees,
Yeah.
and they'd bend over like this and talk, very like un-American, like it's like nobody's gonna look at you, but not them. They look at them, they're like, hello. I will always remember that now, okay?
Yep. Everybody always says hello, hollow.
Hello, hello. Got it. All right. Well, now Joel Hollow is with us today. Now that we're completely off topic, Joel, tell us a little bit about yourself and how you got into real estate.
Oh, so how many times have you heard I've got into real estate because of default
That's
or
okay.
by default?
Right,
Um,
right.
but that's basically, I mean, truthfully, what happened. So the really, really, really long story shortened is I have a background in architecture. So I grew up in a construction family. So my dad, still to this day, owns a construction company, and I just really, I didn't enjoy the construction part of it. I enjoyed the design, helping people tell me what their wants and needs are, their
Mhm.
goals, and then putting it on paper. But I felt like I did it a little bit different way, where it wasn't just. I think a lot of builders cut a lot of corners just to make things work, and I enjoyed saying things like, "Okay, we're going to make the stairway extra wide just because it's comfortable. It costs
Right,
more money, but it's comfortable," and things like
right.
that. So, anyways, I got into architecture. I ran my own architecture company when I got out of college in 2002 to 2008. And then we all know what happened. The market crashed. And so I went from doing about 250 homes a year to 33 houses. So business is 75% down, income is 75% down. And so I call my dad. I'm like, Dad, what do I do? Like, I cannot live like this.
Hmm.
And he goes, well, you got to make a move. You got to figure it out. Like, you have a family to support. You got to figure it out. And so I go, well, I took my real estate classes 6 years ago, but I never took the test. And I call the state of Ohio, and they go, yeah, you're good for 10 years. I go, what? 10 years? Okay. So I quickly crammed and I studied and studied, and I got my real estate license. But I kind of had a plan to where I've already met with all my builders,
Hmm.
and 5 of them agreed that said, yeah, you come get your license, you can sell for me, and we'll do like a little design build thing in their model, which worked out really well because I made money on the design aspect, and then I made money on the real estate. The
Excellent.
challenge is, what's that?
I said that's excellent. That's
It
great.
was, but the challenge is like I love builders, and the market's different now. Okay, we sell for a lot of builders, and we're really good friends with them. But back then, um, it was a very hard life to live
Yeah.
because just nobody was building at the time. Everybody was tightening in their margins a little, and of course, so did the real estate agents for the most part. So I was not only sitting in the model all the time, spending my time trying to draw, trying to design houses for people that weren't going to build, and it
Right.
was just very time consuming. So fast forward, I did that for the first 5 years of my career, and it beat me up. I was burnt out. I was pissed off. I wanted to leave the industry, and it
Yeah.
wasn't good. And I met then, or who's my business partner now, Al Stasek. So we were in the same Remax brokerage together, and
Okay.
by fluke, and him and I never got along. We didn't not like each other, but
Right.
Al was the successful guy that would just walk in and poke fun at me, and I knew I couldn't figure it out. Whatever he figured out, and we had lunch together one day, and he just said, he goes, "What are you doing with your career?" I go, "I got to make a move, man. I gotta, it's my brokerage. It's blaming it on all that kind of stuff." And
Hmm.
so Al goes, just stop by, take a look at what I do with my team. And I'm like, nope, I'm good. I got 210 signs around the city.
Yeah.
Everybody knows me, even though I don't sell a lot of houses.
Right.
But they think I do because I got a lot of signs and I got a lot of listings.
Sure.
And I go, no, I'm good. And he goes, no, just stop by, give me 15 minutes, or just give me your professional opinion on exactly how I run my team. And I go, all right, fine. He wants to know my professional opinion, right?
Hmm.
That's not what he wanted to do. But so I showed up, and here's what I identified. I identified exactly all the holes in my business just by meeting with him for 15 minutes.
Hmm.
And so next thing you know, I joined Al's team, and I didn't sell a house for 6 months. And he sat me down. He goes, "What are you doing? We have all of these tools. You're not utilizing them because what? What was I doing? I was still drawing houses. I was still working for my builders." And he goes, "Do you want to get serious about this industry? Do you want to get serious about your business?" And I go, "Yeah, I am serious." He goes, "No, you're not." He goes, "Fire your builders right now." And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" He goes, "Seriously, fire your builders." And I'm like, "Oh." So he goes, "I guarantee you that if you focus on this, it will be way more fruitful than you're spinning your wheels with your builders or getting beat up over commission and stuff." And so I did, and it worked. And we all get into real estate for a different reason, but basically, like, I think my reason just came at a later time where it wasn't it was a decision I had to make. But now I realize that compared to my architecture occupation, if you want to call it, I had a ceiling. No matter how many houses I drew, or how late I stayed at the office, or how early I got in, or how many rush jobs were on my plate, I
Hmm.
only made so much money. Joel only
Right.
can make so much money. In real estate, that's not the case. And so that's what I liked. And so I really adapted to, we started coaching with NAEA, or Al always did, and he plugged me in to everything. We went to their boot camps, and it was life changing. It was career changing at that point. So
Hmm.
I became one of his top listing agents. In turn, just kind of took over some of the more the leadership aspect of it, and then I moved into leadership, and then we became partners, and here we are today.
Here
So
we are today. The short and sweet. The everyone has a different way of their by default.
yeah,
You know.
absolutely.
I didn't know the architecture bit of that. That's awesome. That's really, really cool. And I bet you were scared shitless when he said fire all your builders.
Well, honestly, I was. Well, but here's what he helped me identify. Once again, I had 210 signs in the area.
Right.
I had
Right.
I had over in that bad market. I had over 45 listings. But guess what? They were fake. They were overpriced models that no one was
Yeah.
buying. They were ghost listings, advertising houses that people could build. They were land. Nobody was doing that. So yeah, I would sell a $600,000 house, and in our market, that's big stuff. Like,
Yeah.
we're talking Cleveland, Ohio. That's
Hmm.
big stuff. And so, but I would sell one of them every 4 months. So it looked like I was doing a lot of business to everybody out there. And
Right.
that's what kind of was it was the humbling moment for
Hmm.
me is when I joined the team and realized that it's not my sole name on the sign, but it was the fact that it was a fake, everybody had a fake mindset of what
Right.
business Joel did anyways.
Right. No, that makes sense for sure. Joel, what would you say is your why? And I know Al was funny about like you don't say why, so I forget exactly what was the other way of looking at it. So whatever you guys call it.
Yeah, I know, and I know what you mean. I mean, I have a few different whys. I mean,
Okay.
we changed our business model a while ago, actually, when we moved over to EXP, and I know we'll talk about that here a little bit. But here, truthfully, it's my kids. Whenever I do, any type of speaking event, or John and I, travel and do some of the boot camps, I actually stole it from him, but we have a slide that's he has, "Who the hell is John Kitchens and why should you listen to him?" So I'm like, I'm
Mhm.
gonna do one of those. So my why with that slideshow is it's honestly it's my kids. It's the life that this industry has created for me. And it's allowed me to do. And it boils down to what your definition of success is. And I steal a lot of things from a lot of people, meaning, everybody has their own definition of success. But, somebody who I grew up in this industry kind of really looking up to was Jay Kinder, which is, for a lot of people. And he simply put it and said, success for me is doing what I want to do, when I want to do it, with who I want to do it with. And
Mhm.
I'm like, that's mine. And that's what it boils down to, but it's also, I have my why for personal, and I have my why for business. And my why is all of the agents that we have on our team. It's all the agents in our community. It's all the agents in nationwide that we talk to, is, because my ultimate goal is however many agents that we could touch and we could add value to, we could change a life. That's what it boils down to.
For sure. Absolutely. So talk to everyone about lead conversion.
My favorite topic. How did you know?
It was on the it was on the list of what to talk to you about.
So lead conversion for me is top of the. If someone said you have to train on something that's going to change somebody's bank account right now, it's lead conversion.
Mhm.
And so we all have leads, whether it's a database of old leads, whether it's new leads coming in, whatever it is. We have a bucket of chunks of data living there, and we always. I think agents they don't understand the importance of converting that lead. Okay,
Mhm.
it was put like this to me. One of our coaches, John Sheplack, said it's dopamine in a salesperson's brain, right? A lot of us know what dopamine is, but
Mhm.
it's basically that fix that a real estate agent gets when they get a lead. They get that little drip of dopamine into their system, and it's that fix, and they're like, oh, my business is going places. I got that illusion of speed. Here we go. And then they call the lead, maybe. And then the lead goes by the wayside. They come down from their high, and then they're like, okay, where's my next lead? I need another lead. It's the scarcity mindset.
Mhm.
As opposed to, some of the conversion numbers and stuff, if everybody just focused on those and realized that the different types of leads offer different types of conversion numbers, meaning, if you're doing pay-per-click lead, it's like 1 to 24 leads will turn into a sale. So if that's the case and you're doing pay-per-click advertising, go look at how many you have in your bucket and divide that by 24. That number will blow you out of the water.
Yeah.
And so, but here's what really changed everything is all comes into the preferred method of communication for the consumer right now. And so I just spoke we did a 2-hour CE event on lead conversion. And it boils down to this. If you can look in the mirror and say to yourself, I had all these leads come in this past month. I gave it my 100% effort to convert every one of these leads, then we're good. However, 99.9% of real estate agents cannot say that because in this market, they're getting rewarded for bad behavior, meaning they're busy. Everybody's busy. Everybody's being successful, but it's business that they're not being proactive about.
Mm-hmm.
And if they would with their lead generation, their business would be at another level. So the preferred method of communication and what lead conversion boils down to is literally touches. And it's 5 touches that you should be doing over and over and over again. And it goes back to the preferred method of communication. So yes, time is of the essence. A lead comes in, you got to call it. However, it usually ends at that. And then err on the side of caution. Maybe there's a percentage of agents that will text. Okay, that's number 2. Because I don't know if I can share my screen, but I could at least tell you some of the stats. So in the different age groups, and it doesn't matter what age group, but if you broke it down to whatever, 20 to 35-year-olds that are buying house, 35 to 45, 45 to 55, it all averages over 60% of people prefer to be communicated via text message, whether it's regarding a house, whether it's at their auto dealership, it doesn't matter. Over 60%. So this is funny because I asked the agents in the audience, and I go, pull out your phones and show me when the last time that you text a prospect, a prospective client, not an existing one or someone you had communication with. When was the last time? And like, this is what you see. They can't find it, but yet they have no problem texting a couple hundred times a day to their friends and whoever, but let's fuel your bank account that way. So the writer downer or the golden nugget for today is if you just go through your bucket of leads and send a mass text out to them, finding out, hey, this is Joel at the home search site or Joel with eXp Realty, and I just wanted to update your profile and find out if you ended up finding that perfect home or you're still in the market for one.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to get responses, right? And so texting will win more times than not. We got the number 3rd method is obviously email. And a very good subject line, if you ever want to know if your emails are opened, it's almost a 100% open rate, is the word hey in all capitals with an exclamation point in the subject line.
Well, there you go.
So, hey, we'll get it. And you want to keep all your communication very short.
Yes.
The consumer wants efficiency right now, which remember why people are searching. It's similar to us going into a home improvement store or a Costco or anything. If you get greeted right away, someone's sitting there going, what can I help you with? Our answer is the same thing every time.
We're good. I know I'm getting.
Just looking. That's what buyers do, but we get upset when a buyer or a seller does that. No, I'm just looking. I'm just interested in this. So it's our job to handle that, because what ends up happening? I just went to a home improvement store to buy a lockbox for one of our agents.
Yeah.
And here, I know home improvement stores because of my dad like the back of my hand. These jokers moved the lockboxes on me. And I was like, and I'm looking everywhere. And so what happens? I walk in, I go, no, I'm good. I go right there, couldn't find it. And then what happens? Now I'm looking for that guy that was like, how can I help you? And I feel like the
biggest... Of course, he just disappeared.
Right. But here's what it boils down to. I didn't need him until I needed him.
Yeah.
So think about lead conversion that way. A buyer and a seller don't need you until they need you. But guess when they don't need you is when they don't hear from you.
Yep.
So if you want to get the job, they will give it to the last agent that they talk to, and that needs to be us.
Yep.
So call, text, email, video. I preach video, because if you want to differentiate yourself, imagine instead of sending any of those and I shoot a quick selfie and it says, hey, this is Joel with the home search site. Just wanted you to put a face to the name. I'm actually a breathing, agent in your market. I'm not a robot, but I just want to reach out to see if everything's going good with your home search. I want to send you over this app. It's like a backstage pass to my MLS, whatever it is. And then you shoot that over to them, next level stuff. It's that next level emotion where people see you. So it's absolutely amazing. And then the last way is, it's going to sound really creepy, but we all creep on Facebook. Okay. If anybody on here says they do not, they're liars.
They're lying.
Yep. So go shoot a Facebook message.
Yeah.
And so I get this response a lot from agents, and they go, well, I don't want to be that creep. I don't want to do that. I don't, you're okay. That's fine. But once again, that's $1. You got to convert it.
Yeah.
When it boils down. So are you going to once again say, I tried everything, and what's the worst that could happen? They yell at you.
Right. They tell you to go to hell.
Yeah. Right. So, and honestly, that's the goal. Like if I would rather them tell me that than to not tell me anything at all. So I want to convert those leads, but once again, it's at the highest level possible that you have to put forth that effort. And then, your bank account's going to thank you completely. And it's that easy. It's if you focus on the 5, and then here's a national average. The national average is in the 11th touch is when all the money starts coming through. So if you focus on each one of those, and then you do it again, suds, rinse, repeat, you should start seeing stuff after the 11th touch. And then the last key is that the preferred method of communication comes out. So guess what? They don't answer a voicemail. They don't answer your emails. They're not going to answer Facebook message, but they text you back. Don't call them yet. Text them.
Yep.
Create a conversation. That's what your goal is.
Mm-hmm.
Your skills will take over after that.
For sure. Joel, what would your adolescent self not recognize about you today?
That's a loaded question. Honestly, I think that, and I think this is probably true for a lot of people, but I think that your younger version of yourself is selfish, to be honest with you, but that's just as you grow into it. But I switched, I actually, and of course I don't remember who it is, but one of Jay Kinder's and Michael Reese's events was an EGS, an exponential growth summit that they used to put on. And somebody spoke, and it was about giving, right? Giving referrals actually is what they were focused on. And they said, the problem is everybody focuses on getting referrals. And I know I'm going to ruffle feathers by saying this, but if anybody knows me, or if you know me, I don't really care about that kind of stuff. So I can't stand it when I see those stickers or somebody that says, and I'm never too busy for your referrals. I hate that, because you're focused on the wrong thing. Now, imagine if you were focused on giving referrals and giving and dropping the deposits. Guess what organically happens? You'll get the referrals. And I love it. I like
that too. I like that too.
I give the weirdest referrals. Like I'll be, at golf league, and the guys, I'll hear them talking, and they're like, "Oh, I just bought a new house." I'm like, "Hey, by the way, if you ever need any good contractors, I got a list of some really good ones, and here's how they operate." And I would love to call that guy and be like, "Hey, Tom, I just gave so and so your information. Hey, don't worry about it. Just want to let you know, take care of him. He's a great guy." I would rather give referrals than give. So that would, I mean, I guess my long drawn out answer is like is to give way more, worry about other people
Hmm.
and adding value rather than what's coming to you, because honestly everything comes full circle, and
It sure
it's
does.
longevity. It's focusing on that for a long time. It'll all come back.
Absolutely. Have you ever read the book, The Go Giver?
No.
I highly recommend it. And there's a couple different ones in the series, but I think you would really like it. And it's based on certain principles. And a
Oh, I'm
lot of it is,
all
and I,
over that.
yeah, yeah, The Go Giver. And I need to read it again, but I love that instead of everyone like, oh, they're such a go getter. It's like they're a go giver, and then it's all the different steps, and it's not because the way the world works. Of course, it's not. You're not looking to receive, but it's you're open to receiving.
Yeah, yeah, and you're dead on. And Al Stasic always taught me. He always says it's all about deposits. You deposit. He goes, it's like a bank. Go try to withdraw something out of the ATM if you ain't making deposits. You can't, and
You
it's the
can't do
exact
it.
same way in life.
Hmm. No, that's a really I love that mentality of thinking it that way. What is being part of EXP and Honey Badger Nation? How does that make you feel?
Well, the collaboration's unreal. Honestly, like these are people here nationally. I can truthfully say this, no matter what platform I'm on, is these are the best of the best. And I talk to agents nationally, and it is so refreshing seeing who is part of EXP,
Hmm.
who is part of Honey Badgers. These are the top agents nationwide with this group, and the collaboration is unbelievable. I mean, the fact that I could call anybody up in here, shoot them a message, and they have no problem responding, and the family atmosphere. I I have not seen another brokerage. I haven't seen anything like this before. It is unbelievable to me, truthfully. I mean, I have people that have zero financial interest in helping me talk to another agent or anything, and guess who's on the phone talking to them?
Them.
Those people, and it's unbelievable.
And do you ever sit there and think about it? And I just every once in a while it kind of strikes me that it's you're talking about people that are part of an organization that are such heavy hitters beyond what most normal agents in any normal market can even fathom. You think of like, oh, so and so's the top in whatever it is. And then you connect with these people and you're like, oh my God, I had no idea what top was. But yet, these are people that financially do not directly benefit from it, and they're people that don't have to, but
Right?
yet they are so giving and they'll give you everything. It seems completely backwards, doesn't it?
It does, but honestly, what it comes back to is the core values.
Mhm.
And I'm not saying like we're not here to bash anybody. I'm not saying there's no brokerages out
No,
there
not
that
at all.
don't have core values. But
Exactly.
truthfully, they EXP, Honey Badger Nation, we run Stacey Group the exact same way. It is core value centric, and everything spokes off of that. So that's, I think, what it boils down to is the just the giving nature of everybody.
Absolutely. You've had a lot of success up to this point. What is important to you at this point of your career and your life?
Like I said, it's personal aspect is I love to travel. I mean, my ultimate goal, and it's coming into fruition, is I'm not a go on vacation for a week or 10-day kind of guy. I would
Okay.
rather do a couple long weekends every single month and just spread them out and do that, and so and travel with my kids, and who I want and where I want to go. But truthfully, it all boils down to just helping agents change their life. I love, the most rewarding thing about what we do is getting that text from an agent. Just got one from our live event on Thursday. On Friday, the agent sent Al and I a message. not even with EXP, totally different brokerage. I gave the playbook. Here's how you communicate with leads. Here's how you can convert leads. If you have an old bucket of leads, here's how you shake the trees. And she sent us a message and said, you're not going to believe this. I use your exact script, and look at the response. She sends a screenshot of this and she's like, thank you so much for giving this. Like, that's it right there for me. That's all I want to keep getting is
That's
that.
that's your fix. That's your dopamine.
That's the dopamine for me. Like, keep those coming. And then here's how you know you're surrounded by the right people. Andrea in our office, who is the biggest A player you've ever met. She handles our lead generation, our social media, and our live events. I sent her a copy of that, and she is like, that's amazing. All capitals, a million exclamation points after that. But, it's like we all have that exact same goal. And when you're aligned with other people like that, it's a game changer.
It makes such a difference. And I think it's so rewarding to see and also to experience, Avi, if you're doing the work, you're really trying hard, you want to take care of people right, you want to be a good realtor, you want to be a good person, and then to take a system that somebody has sent you because you've realized, if you've been in long enough, there's no silver bullet. There's not anything like, oh, now you've got it. This is the easy fix. There's nothing to do with that. But there are systems and there is a secret sauce. And when you watch someone try the secret sauce, like they dip their feet in the water and they actually do it, and they get a yes back from it. And then it's like rewarding that good behavior. And that is so rewarding when you've helped someone with that, for sure. That you're like, yes, see, trust the process, it will work.
Oh, and you nailed it. I mean, how many times have you seen agents come into the industry, and we see it on our team where I always preach to them, here's the process, trust the process, and the longevity, the long-term commitment. In real estate, it could be 3, 6, 9 months, but the long-term commitment and what it looks like. And then they're getting down on themselves. Mm-hmm. But then what happens? They sell 0 houses for the first 3 months, and then the 4th month they're selling 5 houses because they trusted the process.
Because it's just, you keep on going, keep on doing the right things and all. That's great. Joel, thank you so much for being on with us. And I promise next time I meet you or talk to you, I will pronounce your last name correctly from the get-go. I should have asked at the very get-go. That's what I always do, and I forgot.
It's a conversation piece.
There you go. For sure. Thank you so much, Joel.
Appreciate you. Thanks for having me.
Take care.
See ya.